Greg says, how do you properly build out local page service page? Build out local page service page to expand the proximity. Well, we teach a lot of that in the mastermind. Build geo pages. There's a number of ways you can do that. So, build geo pages, but I tested a lot with just doing like couple 2 or 3 years ago, there were plugins, I'm sure there still are, but plugins that would do that would connect with the Google Places API and would just create posts that were purely about points of interest within a particular geographic area. And that used to work. I don't see that helps at all anymore, unless there's some sort of way that there's relevance tied back to the products or services of the business. Now, again, just from my own testing, I found that those just straight up geo posts that have no tie back to the products or services of the company really have become ineffective. At least through my testing, I've not seen any benefit from that. 2 or 3 years ago, there was a benefit from that for maps. I don't see that anymore. And again, it's because the semantic web, right, keeps evolving, guys. And Google's getting better and better and better at algorithmically being able to determine if there's relevance. And if there's no relevance, it just ignores it. Like, again, that's going back to why relevance matters for links, right? Relevance matters for links because if they're not relevant, Google ignores them. Full stop. And so same thing goes with like geo pages. If it's just straight up geo pages that have no tie back to the products or services of the company, then how is that relevant? How is that relevant content for the business to be published on the business website? Does that make sense? So again, maybe some of you are still testing with just straight up geo posts that have no relationship with the product or the products or services the business owns, and it's still providing an effect. I saw a declining effect over that to the point where I spent a lot of money on some of those plugins and I just abandoned them because they don't produce an effect anymore. Now, if you do it properly, you can do well. And I teach that in the mastermind. And I also been covering some of that on Twitch. I'm not going to reveal that here, guys, because there's some things there that I just don't want to talk about in a public setting, unless you want to be like some of the crazy bastards that watch my Twitch channel every morning. So God bless those guys. Anyway, so sorry, Greg, but there are a number of ways you can do it. Cloud Pages is a good way to do that on subdomains. I'm teaching that again, mastermind, also Twitch. You can catch that stuff on Twitch. If you want to sift through hours and hours and hours of raw video footage, you can find a lot of good training in there. I promise you. Not trying to push you off, Greg, but there's certain things that I just won't reveal outside of a paid setting.